Welcome everyone. It's our Co-Creative Health Solution Weekly Health Flash. Topic for this week, the Nutri-Q questionnaire online, and we'll explain to you why we make such good use of this questionnaire. We're living in the age of Google, wireless, smart devices, apps, applications, everything under the sun. Achieving health has become more than just seeing a healthcare practitioner. Some clients know more about their disease than their doctor. May not know how to fix the problem, but often they know facts or have read about their condition online. What's exciting is that we have resources from our lab and our institutions on the latest research in health issues. We're integrating this technology into our office and our services for you. Here we'd like to show you how a nutritional concept can be applied in a high-tech way. Greg Graham of Biotics Research, Northwest, and Dr. Owen Miller call this foundational healing. Fix the foundations or pillars of health, they say, and the body will heal itself. I know many of you are familiar how I'm constantly talking about the 4 criminals, those issues that create our physical problems. The 4 criminals: bacteria, say strep throat for example, fungus, candida, parasites, viruses. I call the virus the terrorist, because the virus is willing to give up its life to try and take yours away. They are our physical health challenges. Let's not forget the mental and emotional stresses, and a big one, the electronic hits we get all day from microwaves, cell phones, the electricity in our walls, satellites, TVs, cars, etc., etc. All these hits of electricity, they are a real challenge today for what we consider as a modern-day convenience. What makes the Nutri-Q questionnaire quite unique is that you fill it out online. It comes back to us scored with the foundational issues identified and prioritized. I consider this as your confessional, the part of our study on you where you express your symptoms, but we've organized it in such a way that it uses algorithms. Basically, it comes down to percentages of probability that the high areas are your troublemaking area. Now remember, I call myself your private health detective, or PhD. You see that written on my clinic jacket. Well, we take this information in conjunction with our computer scan. That's our balance, where you place your hand on the cradle. I consider this the lie detector test. It sends in virtual stressors, your body responds to it, and then it tells me if your systems are hyper or hypo. The third piece of our detective analysis is the system reflex analysis, where I check to see which switches are off in your systems. This is when I use your arm to conduct electricity through to the system reflex. If it is off, we note it. We combine the 3 different elements. The Nutri-Q assessment questionnaire is probably the most comprehensive analysis that I've used in my over 30 years in practice. We really like it because it's been developed for the past 15 years and constantly updated by Dr. Michael Owen, who we have a great respect for from Biotics Lab Connection, and doctors from other disciplines, such as Dr. Gaby and Dr. Here I've lost the name, Jonathan Wright. Their clinical experience and collaboration was the basis for the questions. It's important to ask the right questions. Nutri-Q can enhance preventative intervention, prioritize patients' health concerns, help us create treatment programs, protocols, generate product recommendations, save client history, and utilize professionally formatted reports and educational materials which you can find once you contact us. The Nutri-Q helps to streamline our initial consultations. So before the client comes in for their first visit, they've already filled out the questionnaire. That evaluation is ready at our office. It takes a little bit of time, but it shortcuts that first visit. If you refer friends or family in other cities, we can send them a link. They can fill out the questionnaire and schedule a telephone consultation. Another nice feature of this questionnaire is the diet, lifestyle, and medication section. Sometimes clients forget to inform us of factors which could be causing the underlying dynamics of their conditions. The report generated takes into consideration the effects of medications and especially poor diet. Example, if the patient admits to eating fried, and or fast foods, this places extra emphasis on enhancing liver function. One of the most unique parts of the questionnaire is that each question has a page or two written about the physiology and why it connects to the symptoms. You can get this and read it on your own for further clarification. But let's take an example. Question number 105 states, do you have sinus congestion or stuffy head? Well, chronic sinus congestion can be an indication of a problem in the intestines, known as a leaky gut, tiny little holes. Fancy name, dysbiosis. Explanation, it's like small leaks in the radiator of your car, causing inflammation, causing a lot of heat. Heat causes further immune responses, and new research has shown that a chronic fungal infection with the chronic sinus infection are paired between the gut and the lungs, because take a look at it closely. The lungs and the guts are both connected to the outside environment. Therefore, the guts and the lungs are considered external organs, like your skin. Not like the liver, not like the heart. They're internal. I know it's hard to think that way, but think about it. You breathe in air, you exhale CO2. You eat food, and what's not required is eliminated. The lungs and guts are partners, I say again. As an example, children with asthma, we often find they don't have enough stomach acid, and that creates inflammation, which crosses over to the partner, the lungs. Many people with chronic sinus congestion have had numerous courses of antibiotics to treat the infection without success, and this, again, is a question about hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid in the stomach is produced from salt in our diet. Real salt, not the white stuff. That means salt that has floured, or fleur de sel. When the salt comes to the ocean, from the ocean to the land, the sun heats it up, and that salt grows, or what they call flowers. From here, we get all the minerals of the ocean. And remember, people, we are more ocean in our body than we are land. So with 321 questions, you should be able to enjoy it. It's not that bad. With an understanding for each of the questions, we can help determine therapies. It's a great resource. The software has a host of resources with protocols, diets, and over 50 reports that help educate you. In other words, you can access these reports at any time you so choose and read about adrenal, blood sugar, leaky gut, etc. Here's our education tool for you. Smart technology is a good thing. It can be a real time saver for us all. Thank you. See you next week.